Good morning, students. Again we start the chapter pointer. In the last few session we have already discussed the introduction about pointers, the concept, its declaration, initialization, and how it is used in program. We have learned that. In our last video session we have learned the double pointer or chain of pointers, and how pointers are increment and its scale factor, and in array how pointer is used we have already learned. So today we are going to learn how pointer is used in one-dimensional array and in two-dimensional array, and we have already learned to declare strings and how it is used in program. We have learned that. So how pointers is used in string character string we can learn, and we also learn how to calculate the length of string using pointers. So let's start with pointer and array in one dimension. When a pointer to point an array, and then we can use that pointer to access the array element. That means we have already learned how pointer is used or used to point an array in the previous video session. So for one dimensional array how it is used we can learn through an example. So starts a C code int main, then we declare int I. I is indicate the index. Generally for array index starts from the 0. Here it is also the same. So int A5, that means the array size is 5. The elements are declared. This declaration we are used already we learned. So we declared the array one dimensional array 1 2 3 4 5 with the element, and int pointer p equal to a, same as int pointer p equal to ampersand a0. That means pointer starts pointing from the a0 index with its address value by using ampersand a. Okay, so we are doing the same calculation again. So we are using the for loop here. I equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. So the same calculation will go on until less than 5. Index is less than 5, then the calculation will go on. If it is greater than 5, the control will exit from the program. So printf pointer p and then p plus plus. Okay, so here you can see the pointer p will print all the values stored in the array one by one. Okay, so this pointer p will display the value of this array element. Okay. Now replacing the printf %d quotation within quotation comma pointer p statement following, we can also use the following statements. What are the statements? Printf %d within quotation complete after comma ai here print the array by incrementing index. You can write that printf %d ia. This also print the elements of array. Printf within quotation %d comma a plus I. This will print address of all the array elements. And printf within quotation %d comma pointer of a plus I will print value of array element. And printf within quotation %d pointer a will print value of a0 only. Okay, a0 only, then a plus plus to increment. If we are using a plus plus, then compile time error we can show. We cannot change base address of the array if it is a plus plus. If it is we are using a plus plus, then the base address value will be changed. So then we are getting the compile time error. So the generalized form for using pointer with an array, that means pointer a plus I is same as ai. Okay, so let's take an example briefly to understand how pointer is used in one-dimensional array. Means accessing one-dimensional array elements using pointer to compute sum of all array elements. Starts with has included str.h, int main starts, then the declaration part, int pointer p sum I, int x5 equal to, x is the array name and the array size is 5 with the 5 element, and the elements are 5, 9, 6, 3, 7. I is start from the 0 index, p equal to x, initializing with base address. Now printf element value address. While we are using to perform the same task again and again, we are using while loop. While I is less than 5, we can also use the for loop here. While I is less than 5, printf x of %d, %u. That means x of %d means here we can put the elements, array elements one by one, then its index value, then its address value. Okay, now sum equal to sum plus pointer p, and then increment I plus plus and p plus plus with the increment of I index value and the pointer value p plus plus. Now printf sum equal to %d, so it's display the sum. Next printf is ampersand x0 equal to %u, so ampersand x0. So for index value starting with 0, the element of array, one dimensional array, shows the address of it. Next, printf is p equal to %u, comma p. So pointer shows its own address value by using this printf. Okay, so let's look at the output. Elements value address. So x0 value is 5 and the address is suppose 166. This address value will change depends on the computer system. x1 9 168, x2 6 170, x3 3 172, x4 7 174. The address, look at this address value, it's incremented by 2. Why? Because the address value is also in integer data type. Now we know integer data type takes how many bytes? 2 bytes. So each value, each element is in integer data type, so its address value is also incremented by 2. Now the sum equal to 55 and the base address value starts with 166, but the pointer variable p will show the address value 176, cause pointer variable also in integer data type. As we in the declaration part we have learned that the pointer variable is also in the same data type. So here the pointer variable p is also in integer data type, as the elements are in integer data type. So after taking the address value of x4, that means the fifth value is 174, so it will increment it by 2 and the pointer variable is 176. Okay, next, pointer to two-dimensional array. Pointers can be used to manipulate a 2D array. In 1D array, x the expression is like pointer x plus 1 or pointer p plus I, okay, represents the array element xi. Similarly, in one-dimensional array we can represent it. Similarly, an element in two-dimensional array can be represented by the pointer expression like pointer, first bracket start, then again pointer a plus I. A plus I is the index in the row, plus j, so it's also indicate the column. So row plus column, or pointer, first bracket open, pointer p plus I, plus within after first bracket plus j, and total bracket is complete here. Okay, so this 2D array representation using pointer can understand by this pictorial diagram. So here column, row, okay, in column 0 1 2 3 4 5, that means 1 2 3 4 5 6, that means in column 6 element can be stored, and in the row 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, that means 7 element can be stored. Okay, so here suppose in the fourth index of the row 4th index value and the 0th index 4th index row, 0th index column. So here pointer will be pointer, then first bracket p plus 4, because column value is index x 0, so nothing will be added. But here 4 3, that means 4 row index is 4 and the column index is 3, so the pointer value will be pointer p plus 4 plus 3. So in this way we can use the pointer for the two-dimensional array. Okay, now p pointer is used for the first row, p plus I to the ith row. First row is p because the ith value is there 0. P plus I for the ith row. So pointer p plus I, pointer to first element of the ith row. Pointer p plus I plus j, pointer to jth element in the ith row. So in this way pointer of pointer p plus I plus j value stored in the cell ij. So in this way pointer can store the value of cell ij. Okay, so let's take an example to make it clear. In A34, this is the two-dimensional array. Okay, and we can also declare the array elements in this way also, as we learn it in two-dimensional array representation. So 15, 27, 11, 35 is the first row element, 22, 19, 31, 17 second row element, and 31, 23, 14, 36 is the third row element. So A34 is the, it shows the size of array. 3 contains the 3 means there exists 3 row, and 4 declare there exists 4 element in the column value. So this is the array elements representation in the memory system. Okay, for the ampersand A00, that means I equal to 0, j equal to 0 indices, then the element should be represented in this way. Okay, so if declare p as an integer pointer with the initial address of ampersand A00, then Aij is equivalent to pointer p plus I into 4 plus j. Why? For this example, I incremented by 1, p is incremented by 4. The size of each row, then the element A23 is given by pointer p plus 2 into 4 plus 3. That means A2 3 means 2 indicates the second row and 3 indicates the third value so of the row. Then that means I equal to 2 and j equal to 3. So the pointer value will be pointer p plus 2 into 4 plus 3. Why into 4? That means after the fourth variable, the address of that ith row and jth column, the pointer are able to take the address value. That's why into 4. Here we can, in the declaration part, we can see that fourth elements in one row. So that's why into 4. This is the reason when a two-dimensional array is declared, the size of each row must be specified so that compiler can determine the correct storage mapping. Okay, so the address value by the pointer is taken pointer p plus 11 because can plus 2 into 4, okay, plus 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So pointer p plus 11. Okay. So in this way, two-dimensional array can use the pointer. Hope you will understand. And obviously there are some doubts also create. Make your all doubts in group and I will clear it. Okay. Next, pointer and character string. Strings are treated like character arrays. Okay, so pointers can also be used to create string. Pointer variable of char type are treated as string. So the declaration and initialized as follows. Char str5 we have declared good. So an alternative method to create string using pointer variable of type char is char pointer str equal to good. You can declare it instead of this. Or another example, char pointer str hello. Okay, you can create strings using pointer variables. So this is the declaration how we are using pointer to create strings. Now compiler automatically inserts the null character at the end of string. In the string part we can see that automatically compiler ends the string with null characters. So here when we are using pointer, the same thing will follow. Now the pointer str points the first character of the string good, as str starts with the good, stores in the first index of array element. So we can also use runtime assignment for giving values to a string pointer. How? Char pointer str, declare now str equal to hello. This is the runtime assignment. Now the content of string can be printed using printf. So how it is used? Printf within quotation ampersand s. S takes the one character percent s is the format specifier to display one character value. So percent s after comma str we can display one character value. Note that str is pointer to the starting. It is also name of the string. Therefore, we do not need to use indirection operator here. That's why we can directly use pointer str and str equal to hello. So by using str we can show each character. Okay. Now let's take an example to make it clear. Determine the length of a character string by using pointer. So has includes str.start int main function starts char pointer name. Name is the pointer variable, char pointer variable, char data type. Int length, obviously length, to calculate the length it will show the integer value. Now char pointer cptr equal to name. cptr is the another pointer variable which holds the name value. Now name equal to Delhi, DELHI. 1 2 3 4 5 characters are there. So length will be 5. Printf within quotation percent s comma name, it will show the string, while pointer cptr not equal to null, যতক্ষণ না null until or unless it will end with null, the print what will be the print? Percent %c is stored at address equal to percent %u. Okay, and pointer cptr comma cptr, and cptr is incremented. So length equal to cptr minus name, and the printf length of the string equal to percent %d of the length. Now return 0. So output will be of this program. First, this printf will show the string, this string Delhi. Okay, Delhi. Then from this loop, while loop, percent %c, that means each character, that's why the percent %c format specifier we are using, showing its address value. Okay, so here Delhi is a character array, treated as character array, and each element will store in a particular address value. So from this printf we can show the address of each character value. D is stored at address 54, E is stored at address 55, L is stored is address 56, H is stored is address 57, and I is stored in at address 58. So after the string completed, compiler automatically generated null character, so we are getting null, so the control will exit from the loop. Now we are calculating the length here, so by using printf we are able to display the length of the string equal to 5, because it is Delhi. How many characters are there? 5 characters, so the length will be also 5. Okay. So this is all about today's session. Hope you must create a doubt. Feel free to queries about all your doubts in the group, and I will answer it. Thank you.